a little bit more, maybe sort of mixed voice. All these tools you can use to be more engaging. I had a lot of comments regarding hundreds of people that you like to listen to, that you like to watch. Most of them have certain elements about them, whether it's a smooth voice, whether it's a gravitas, whether it's good posture, whether it's body alignment, whether it's confidence, whatever it might be, they have worked on it. They've trained. They're mostly actors, or they're YouTubers that have done a lot of recording on video, on camera like this, or they've done a lot of public speaking or performing. So I'd like to share with you a secret, one very, very simple secret, which is this. It's about imitating. Now, there's a phrase that I was introduced to, which is this, 3 words. It's imitate, assimilate, and innovate. And I think about this. I think about imitating to innovate. Now, you want to be you. It's very important that you are you. I know that sounds simplistic and ridiculous, but you do not want to copy people. However, what's really, really effective is to be able to imitate somebody. And when I was learning an instrument, happened to be the saxophone, I was shown how to imitate, assimilate, and innovate. So imitate is when you, let's take the musical example. You take a phrase, you take a certain sound that you like, and you copy it, you imitate it. To assimilate it, you put it into your own sound, you put it into your own playing. So when you're improvising as a jazz musician, you might hear something like "Stwee-ba-ba-doo-do," something like that, and then you might sing something or play something "stu-da-doo-da-doo-do," "stwee-da-ba-doo-do," and then you might assimilate that phrase. You might stick it in, you might put it in. So why not imitate, learn how to imitate other people. Learn how to imitate how they dress, how they walk, how they engage with people, how they talk to people, how they breathe, how they sound, what they look like, how they put themselves out there, what sort of confidence, where does that confidence come from? It can be innate, it can be nurture, but most of the time it's learnt, most of the time it's practiced. So most of the time these are actors or performers or singers or instrumentalists like myself, and we've worked and trained to be better communicators, to engage with our performers, and I can help you do that. So one thing that I help with my clients all the time is I suggest that if there's somebody that they really admire, they really look up to, and it might be their voice, the sound of their voice, it might be that they have a particularly soft-spoken voice, a very empathic voice, or they're just very, very confident in how they sound, how they project their voice. They want to be listened to. That's really, really important to you and to everyone, that you're listened to. What I suggest is that they imitate these people. It might just be a little tiny thing that you're doing. So let's just explore that. So there are certain attributes that all these people have that you listen to and you really like. And they are an awareness, a very strong awareness of their identity, an awareness of who they are, their self as context. They know where they are in society, in culture, within a circle of people, a social gathering, a social circle. They know where they stand. They also have an understanding physiologically of how their voice works. So they know how to use their voice to be more engaging, to use their chest resonance, to be able to use projection, to use more resonance and dynamics and pitch range and tone, to be able to play around with and experiment and explore different emotions and tones of their voice. They have a certain confidence to perform in public. Now that's, again, been practiced, been trained. The more you practice, the more you perform in public, the more confident you'll be to do that. It's called systematic desensitization. And it's simply, going off piste here slightly, it's another video, it's simply doing more of the same and putting yourself out there and taking opportunities to speak in public. So how do you gain more confidence, more gravitas to speak in public and get over that fear of public speaking? Well, how do they do it? Well, they've worked on their voice. They've trained their voice. They know how to manipulate and to explore different emotions in their voice. They've trained in confidence building exercises, in mindset and mindfulness exercises, and they've practiced their craft. So again, they've practiced and practiced again and again and again and again, taking opportunities to speak in public, whether that be for pitches at work or presentations at Toastmasters, in social gatherings, etc., etc. They've taken the opportunity to practice. And I can help you with all of those things. In fact, don't forget to like and share and comment if you want to get in touch with me about my programs for public speaking anxiety and voice coaching. Then do get in touch. My email is at the bottom or in the comments somewhere. I'll stick it there. Send me an email. Let's have a chat. It could be Benjamin Cumberbatch, or who else could it be? It could be Timothy Dalton. It could be Myra Hindley. No. These are just names that are coming to my head. Definitely not Myra Hindley. Scrap that. I might keep that in. Who knows? Let's see. Let's check whether you're listening. So whoever it is, let's just say that it's Benjamin Cumberbatch. So firstly, he's got an interesting name. Secondly, he really knows how to use his voice. He's very, very expressive. He uses a lot of resonance. He uses a lot of core muscle strength, and he knows how to project and resonate his voice to get into that sound, into that character. Very, very confident actor. What is it about them? It's not just their voice, is it? It's their presence. It's their demeanor. It's their clothes. It's their attitude, their mindset, their confidence, their gravitas, their stage presence, their body alignment, everything. It's everything about them. It's their history. It's their experience. It's everything. But their voice is the pinnacle, the icing on the cake to allow them to express that personality, that identity that's going to help them engage. But to imitate them, you don't need to dress like them. You don't need to sound exactly like them. You don't need to copy them. You just need to imitate them. But you won't sound like Benjamin Cumberbatch unless you want to. And even then, I don't sound like Benjamin Cumberbatch. I spent a long time as a singer trying to sound like Frank Sinatra, and I can, if I want to, sound like him. I'll give you a little bit of a burst. Here we go. I've got you under my skin. So I sound a little bit like him, but when I sing my normal stuff, my own songs, my own arrangements, I hopefully don't sound exactly like him, but I've taken elements of him. I've also taken elements of Nat King Cole. When I fall, I've taken Mel Torme. I've taken loads of different singers. I love singers. I listen to a lot of sax players and singers and pianists and drummers. I love music. I listen and I digest and I taste and I imitate and I try to assimilate. And then I try to innovate, which means that I hopefully become my own person, have my own identity, my own sound. That's what we're looking for. So I want you to pick someone. It could be Benjamin Cumberbatch. It could be somebody else, preferably not Myra Hindley. And what I want you to do is to listen to everything about their sound, the sound of their voice, but also about how they stand, their posture, how they use their gestures, their hands, how they use their facial expression, etc. But let's just concentrate on the sound. So, do they use a lot of articulation? Are they very quiet in their voice? Do they use dynamics? Do they get slightly louder when they're getting more prominent, when they're getting angry? Or do they use a much quieter tone in their voice, a much higher pitch possibly, a little bit more, maybe sort of mixed voice? All these tools you can use to be more engaging. So people will listen to you for a longer time. And you'll also be able to sustain your voice, sustain your voice for longer. So I want you to go away. I want you to not too far, come back. I want you to go away, really, really listen to just a small phrase of someone that you really admire, like their voice, and just listen to a small phrase and really imitate them. So really think about everything about their mouth shape, their facial expression, the tone of their voice, the articulators, which is the tongue, the teeth, the lips, and the hard palate, how they're using them, how they're manipulating those elements within their oral cavity, their mouth. How are they using their breath? Are they speaking too fast, like I'm doing now? Are they too passionate? Or are they very, very controlled and definite about the way that they communicate? Let me know how you get on. If you'd like to know more about my programs, my one-to-one coaching or my group coaching, get in touch at hello@jimmycannon.com. Speak soon.